I found it by accident, or maybe it found me. I was up late, 2:47 a.m., I think. I couldn't sleep, just scrolling through random threads, bouncing from link to link like I always do when insomnia hits hard. I ended up on some obscure message board about digital urban legends, dead links, glitched pages, ARG stuff, nothing I hadn't seen before. Then I clicked a thread titled, "Are you awake at the right time?" It had one post. Refresh exactly at midnight, not 11:59, not 12:01. You'll see it, but only if it wants you to. No username, no replies, just that. And a link, www.nightswitch.net. I bookmarked it mostly as a joke, but the next night I remembered. I refreshed the page at exactly 12:00 a.m., and the site opened. It was called The Night Switch. Black background, gray serif text, no ads, no menus, just a thread list. Every topic had a timestamp between 12 and 12:05 a.m. Some were marked unread in red. The titles weren't normal. They were things like, "He's in my mirror again." "Why is my reflection delayed?" "Don't let her sing after 3 a.m." "I answered the knock last night." I clicked one at random. The post was short. I heard the knock. It was soft, but it was for me. I looked through the peephole and saw myself standing there, not moving, just smiling. I blinked, and he was inside. That was it. No comments, no upvotes, just raw horror, typed out like a diary entry. I clicked another, and another. Each one was creepier, more personal. It didn't feel like fiction. It felt like confession. Like people posting from the other side of something. I bookmarked the site and came back the next night, midnight sharp. The thread list had changed. Old posts gone, new ones up, and one of them had my name in the title. For Marcus, stop reading. I hadn't signed in. I never gave the site my name. I clicked it. "You weren't supposed to come back. It knows now. You let it see you. Stop refreshing. Delete your history. Unplug everything tonight. If you hear your own voice calling from outside, do not answer." I slammed the laptop shut, but I didn't unplug anything. I should have. That night I couldn't sleep. Not in the usual insomnia way. This was different. My skin felt too tight. My ears kept ringing. Every few minutes I swore I heard faint keyboard clicks, like someone typing in the same room. But the apartment was empty. Lights off, laptop closed. At 3:08 a.m., I heard something outside my window. Not a voice. Typing. Rhythmic. Slow. Metal on plastic. I live on the 3rd floor. I didn't check. I didn't move. I just sat in my bed, frozen, staring at the wall until the sun came up. The next day, I tried opening the site in daylight. Nothing. Server not found. I checked my browser history. The link was gone, like I never visited it. I tried searching for it through Google, Reddit, everything. Nothing. That night, I stayed up again. 12 a.m. hit. I refreshed, and it opened. This time, only one post was visible. The title, "Welcome Back, Marcus." It opened automatically. You ignored the warning. You looked away, but it still saw you. You can't log out. This is your page now. Try to stop refreshing. Try, but you'll always come back. That's how it spreads. Then the page glitched. The screen flickered and a message box appeared, not part of the site, a system prompt. Allow nightswitch.net to access your camera. I hit no so fast I almost cracked the mouse. It asked again and again. Every time I denied it, another window popped up, faster and faster, dozens at a time. I shut the laptop and pulled the battery out. I haven't opened it since. That was 3 nights ago. But every night at midnight, my phone lights up, even in airplane mode. No notification, just the screen flashing on. A blank screen. And sometimes, for half a second, I see a browser window, just long enough to read the title. Still watching. I moved last night. Bought a new phone, burned the old one, switched networks, started over. But this morning I got a text from a number I don't recognize. It just said, "Refresh at midnight."
It started with a Reddit thread. I don't even remember how I found it. Probably through a random cross post or while scrolling r/creepy. The title was plain. I had the exact same dream as a stranger. Again. I clicked out of boredom. The post was short, maybe 100 words. The user, u/strayvale, described a dream where they were walking through an empty hospital corridor. No lights, no staff, no windows. Just hallway after hallway of flickering ceiling bulbs and silence. At the end of the dream, a voice whispered behind them, "You've been here before." And then they'd wake up. I felt weird when I read it because I'd had that dream too. Same corridor, same lights, same voice. I scrolled through the comments. Most were jokes. A few said they'd had similar dreams. One person claimed the place felt almost familiar, like a memory from a life I didn't live. I saved the post, didn't comment, tried to forget about it. But that night, I had the dream again. Same corridor. But this time, there were footsteps behind me. I went back to the thread the next day. It was gone. The post had been deleted. The user, too. u/strayvale no longer existed. But a few hours later, I got a Reddit DM from a new account. You've seen it too, didn't you? No profile pic, account only 1 day old. Then they sent a photo. It was a blurry hallway, hospital style, taken at a tilted angle, pale green walls, broken lights. I stared at it for 5 full minutes before realizing I'd never been there in real life. But I knew exactly what was at the end of the hallway. I didn't reply. I blocked the account, deleted the message, and tried to move on. But that night, the dream changed. This time, I wasn't walking the corridor. I was lying in one of the hospital beds, strapped down, unable to speak. The lights above me were flickering rhythmically in sync with something mechanical, a faint whirring sound like a projector or an old film reel. Then someone leaned over me. Not a doctor, not a nurse, just a shape. No eyes, no mouth. Just smooth skin where a face should be. It whispered, "Wake up." I shot up in bed, sweating, heart racing. My phone buzzed immediately. It was a Reddit notification. Another DM. New account. You're getting closer. Attached was another image. It was my street. My building. Taken from a high angle, maybe a rooftop or a drone. Time-stamped 2:47 a.m. I didn't sleep for the rest of the night. The next day, I posted to r/creepy asking if anyone else remembered the original dream thread. My post was removed within minutes. Then I got a mod mail. It read, "This is not a place to spread it. You were warned." I never got a response when I asked what they meant. I tried to find anything about the user u/Strayvale. Nothing on Reddit. Nothing on Google. No cache, no archive. It was like they never existed. Then I found a podcast episode. A small horror channel had done a reading of that same thread a year earlier, said it was one of their most requested stories. Except, I was sure I read it 2 days ago. I listened to the episode. At the end, the host added something. Since recording this, we've received several messages from listeners who started dreaming about the corridor. Please don't email us anymore about it. We've stopped checking. That night, I dreamed again. I was back in the bed, but this time the shape leaned in and whispered something different. "It's your turn now." I tried to scream, move, anything. I couldn't. My eyes were open. I could see the ceiling above my bed, not the hospital ceiling, my ceiling. But I couldn't move. Couldn't breathe. Sleep paralysis. Except I saw a figure standing in the corner of my room. Same smooth face, same posture. It didn't speak. It just raised a finger to where its lips should be. A silent shush. And then disappeared. I haven't used Reddit since. I deleted my account, my backups, every post I'd saved, changed devices. But last week, a letter arrived in my mailbox. No return address, no handwriting, just one sentence typed on a strip of paper. "You've been here before." And a photo of my bedroom.
It wasn't in the App Store. That should have been the first red flag. The app just appeared. I woke up one morning and saw the icon on my home screen. Plain black square, no name. Thought maybe it was something I installed and forgot about. When I tapped it, it opened a simple chat interface. White text on black background. One message already waiting. "Welcome back." I figured it was some kind of prank. Group chat glitch, maybe malware. But when I checked app permissions, it didn't ask for anything. No camera, no mic, no location. Just there. Then I noticed something weird. The phone said the app had been installed exactly 1 year ago, to the second. I don't remember owning this phone that long. The chat only had one contact, @nobody. I tapped on the username, no info, no settings, just a blinking cursor. Then a new message appeared. "Do you remember what you asked me?" I hadn't typed anything. I closed the app. 5 seconds later, my phone buzzed. A notification. Not from any known app, Just black text on the lock screen. You said you'd come back. I uninstalled it, or thought I did. The icon disappeared, but the next day it was back. Same spot, same unread message count. 1. I opened it again. This time, the chat was filled with messages, all time-stamped from exactly a year ago. Except they were from me. But I had no memory of writing them. I don't care what it takes. Just let me talk to her again. Yes, I accept. Underneath that, one final message from @nobody. Payment begins in 12 months. I stared at the message for a long time. Payment begins in 12 months. Then the screen glitched. The chat window closed on its own, and the app updated. Right in front of me, the icon changed from a black square to a red one. It now said, "Open at midnight." That night, I didn't sleep. At exactly 12 a.m., the app launched itself. No prompt, no touch, just opened. The interface was different. Instead of a chat log, there was a live video feed. Grainy, black and white. I recognized the room. It was mine. Same lamp, same desk, same unmade bed. But I wasn't in it. Someone else was. Just standing there. In the dark. I scrambled to turn on my light. Nothing. The bulb was dead. I pointed my phone's flashlight around the room. No one. Empty. I turned the app off, but the image stayed burned into my mind, and worse, the red app icon now blinked, like a notification. New message. I opened it one last time. @nobody had sent another line. You said you didn't care what it takes. She's waiting. Then the screen changed. It wasn't my room anymore. It was a forest. Somewhere dark, cold, foggy. I could hear breathing through the audio. And in the center of the frame, a woman, standing still. Her face was turned away, but I knew who it was. My sister, dead for 5 years. I stared at the screen. My hands were shaking. Then she turned around. Her eyes were hollow. Her mouth moved. The audio crackled. You shouldn't have asked for me. The screen went black. The app closed. And this time, the icon was gone. I tried to find the app again. Nothing. Not in downloads, not in storage, no trace. But every night at midnight, I hear the sound. A faint ping, like a message received. Even on airplane mode. Even with no phone. Even when I'm not near anything at all.